PM guys. I think I
Hello.
have a very special guest here. Somebody I met at Base Fellowship and is like a crazy builder, has been shipping really good ideas. And what I thought is I went through Twitter, right? Like scrolling through Twitter and I saw this idea. And he created a beautiful video and promoted it. And it has gone from an idea to an actual mini app with users and people are using it. So let's give him an introduction and why don't you take over, man?
Hey guys, देखा ही होगा तुम लोगों ने. Thank you for the introduction. पहले तो भूमि भाई.
Yes, sir.
I got this idea ऐसे ही. We were just discussing अपने ही fellowship से ही, and uh, want to do something in with microtransactions, and this is something which every investment is like people do it like कि भाई करेंगे but they never do. So it's like you just give the approval, make your USDC work hard for you, and like put it and forget it and
Yeah.
keep
So
tracking it.
have you thought of a name for it? Like I saw a name. What's the name? Let's give it
It's
a
just
branding.
DCA only, yeah, no, because it's just dollar cost averaging. Not thought of
Nice.
a name. Uh, when it grow, maybe we'll have to rename it.
Yes. So
Yes.
giving an audience a bit more introduction to the idea, let me share my window so people can hear the audio. Just confirm once if they can hear it. Can you hear it?
I can't. No.
Okay, let me see. How do we go about with this? Just let you share audio. Okay.
Personal wallet.
Awesome.
Just
Nice.
market.
That's audible.
Okay. Do you know that about 45 million USDC are getting ideal in users' Farcaster wallet? Just like me, and market is moving fast. Okay, USDC isn't. So that's why I created this DCA mini app, which lets you invest in tokens regularly and do the microtransactions. So just create a position, approve USDC, and you are good to go. So let us do all the heavy lifting and make a USDC work hard. So check out DCA mini app right now.
Really clean introduction, right? Like I love the heavy lifting and you go and it becomes like a challenge for you and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you want to take over and maybe go through like a live demo before we begin on how do you go from an idea to a mini app? I know you said like a fellowship led you to that, right? Like we were talking and everything was happening at the fellowship. So all the fellowship 3.0 people who are going to go there, they are going to ship really hard. So do you want to give a live demo first and then maybe we can take over and break it down step by step?
Yeah, sure. Let me try to present.
Hopefully,
Uh,
do you have access?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's showing.
Yeah, just added.
Still not.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so here is the demo. So this is our DCA mini app.
Let's go over how do we add it to Farcaster and then what all people can do. So
So
let's go
if
step
it
by
comes,
step.
yeah, if it comes to your feed, and if you go and try this mini app, it will ask you to add the app to your mini app list. And if you
Yeah.
already added, it won't bug you. But you can always find somewhere in maybe hopefully in trending. So right
Yeah,
now, if
we'll
you have
make you
added,
go trending.
yeah, yeah. So if you have already added, you can directly access it from the list. And this is the homepage for it. And now you can see all the positions, like all the tokens available. And this
Yeah.
is simple. Like there's a list of all the tokens. If we go with any of the token, let's go for bread token. I guess it's trending right now. So it will show you all the stats, and well, if you want to just go for it and make a position in this, so just set up a frequency. I will do it microtransactions with it. So I am just approving. I'm gonna take a zero point 0.1 USDC every, let's go for 15 minutes. So for every
Yeah.
15 minutes, we're gonna take you zero point 0.1 USDC and buy bread tokens.
Nice.
It gonna run. There's a cron job running, so it will do the job for it, the heavy lifting. So yeah, now the plan is being created. It ensures that the USDC approval can only be used for this token only and
Makes
can't be
sense.
misused by me. Yeah, and
So
also
this is the approval.
yeah, now you have to give some approval of USDC. It's gonna execute the initial investment also. So now you go
Nice.
back to this. Now you can see the investment is already started. We'll
Nice.
also show you the portfolio value, like this much you have invested, and now it's this much,
Yeah.
and also show you how much the approval you have. So there's a cron job running, so
Yeah.
that will execute all your trades. And if you don't want, like if your approvals are over, you can go to any of the plan and just top up your plan.
Nice.
And and if you don't want to go with the plan, there's a you can delete this plan, but that's hidden in this zone, so you can
Okay.
stop that plan.
So it's
So
basically you approve a position
uh,
for some time and then you can decide to stop, take out the
yeah,
money and not even, go with it, basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have like big funds, I know 45 million USDC are sitting idle into overall user Farcaster wallet. So make that USDC work. Like give approval that USDC gonna be in your account only, and
Yeah.
can't be misused. It will just gonna be used for investing in these tokens only, which where you have created your positions, and yeah, you are good to go. It's very much simple to use, and you can
Yeah.
also edit any time to maybe daily, weekly, any.
Makes sense. So basically, it gives you full granular control of your
Yeah,
USDC and
yes,
makes you forget it. So, like for example, if you want $10 to go at a very small pace, you
uh,
set it up for like four tokens have you have set it and then just keep investing, right?
exactly.
And there is a so like there is something which we can do now is got this idea, you have built it out, you are using it, and you feel that there is some use case out of it, right? Like
Yeah.
you realize that there is some problem that was there and you fixed it. So let's break it down further. Let's go over. I'll probably take over the stream and we can go to FigJam. And
Yes.
basically, break it down further, and then we'll give them like a template of sorts on how do you go from an idea to like a live mini app. And let's
Mhm.
break down the same DCA mini app step by step on what you did and how did you actually take it live, right? So basically, let's go here and let us create a section for DCA because it is going to take a while, right? Like I see a lot of functionality. And by the way, how much time did you take to ship this as a mini app?
Um, would be around 2 weeks because I was not knowing the AW, how to run this AWS Lambda and all things.
Yeah,
So I moved my database from AWS and Neon and kept doing that. Then
nice.
everything when everything is fine, then it's smooth.
Yeah, so you are calling it DCA.
Mm.
And what is the full form of DCA? It's
Dollar cost averaging. That's a strategy
nice.
people do. Like they keep buying it regularly to average out
Yeah.
your investment.
Nice. So basically, I heard this from you. I saw the video and we all saw it live. But what was the main pain point of you building it was that you saw like around 45 million USDC is ideal, right? Like ideal in Farcaster wallets, right? Like
Yeah,
that was what the main pick point or, the main sort of market condition made you
yeah.
go from a problem to like an app.
Yeah,
So
I
this I
saw
feel
a post from Samuel only,
Oh, nice.
He was saying 45 million funds are staying ideal. You should do something to acquire, maybe use that.
Yeah. So let's categorize this in like pain points on how this is solved, right? Like I
Yeah.
feel this was why. So right, like this is the cost opportunity. Like for example, like if an idea is successful, like it has to have like a cost opportunity. Like there is some ideal assets available there which you are making people automate it, right? And I
Correct.
feel what you have also solved is like automation. Like forget about it happening. And you will see this pattern in like good ideas, right? You see this in noise, for example. Like people do just configure tipping once and tipping is on. That is the same strategy you are doing, right? Like,
Correct.
so like the pain points of a normal user when it comes to like why would a person use it, right? And what you solve for it is because people have this USDC lying around. Like most of us have this USDC around in Farcaster wallet, and we don't know how to use it. Or if a token pops up, and we are probably sleeping if it's Indian time zones and things like that. And people realize that wait, I can automate it now, right? So what you did is take this small sort of pain point that people feel of actually manually going, approving, and things like that, and solved it for them, right? So do you feel that there is some other sort of things that you are trying to solve here based on our sort of breakdown here?
The main problem could be if there's a token, if I will do maybe thinking, should I invest or should I not?
Yeah,
And I won't go all in with like $100 or $20. I just want to keep investing it in regularly. Like if it's
yeah,
going up, then like if there's a small investment also, then I am gonna pump that with a big amount.
yeah.
So
So now I understand that. So
uh,
this is basically, like people get FOMO of whether like
yeah,
should I buy or not.
yeah,
And maybe they are thinking, you know what, like let me put $10 right now and see how it performs for one day or maybe 6 hours. And if that 10 becomes
correct.
30, you will be like, maybe I can put in more money, right? Like that is what you are also solving for, which is like a very big and like pain point. And it comes to like human how they think about it. People
Yeah.
generally want to automate tasks, right? Like AI automates most of our tasks. This what you have done is automate investing for them. And in Farcaster is awesome because of again the same 45 million USDC just lying around. Now people can put it to work without thinking about it. So
Yeah.
this I feel is a very good, three sort of set pain points that you solve for, right? Like,
Other
and
thing
it
is,
is simple.
people become anxious, like should I or should I not? And
Yeah.
with this creating these positions, you are not investing all in for that token. Like you are not wasting your more than $20 to $30. You are just making some microtransactions. So if you tomorrow if you feel I don't want to invest in anymore this token,
Yeah.
so you just close your position. But you can ape in that by continuously investing in that.
Yeah. I think that's awesome, right? Like you also solve for risk. Like people have different risk taking capacities. And because of that, like if you see like all the things that we have mentioned here, like why would people want to take a risk? Like if putting $100 is a lot of risk for somebody, but not a risk for somebody else, right? And you solve for risk because somebody can put $100 every, say, 15 minutes. Somebody can put like $0.1 every 15 minutes. So all your what you have done is increase the amount of users that you can target. So this is brilliant. Like I feel mostly in general, when you find like some of these 2 to 3 pain points, right? Like an idea is validated because how did it get validated? I feel is you saw that there is money somewhere that people can use. You saw that you can automate it like on Farcaster, right? And make people forget about it, like similar to noise that has happened. You also saw that I feel even I do that. I think even you might do that. Like sometimes a token goes from like 0x to something, and then you feel like, oh, maybe I should have bought it.
Or
And then,
invested in that.
the FOMO starts coming in, and that
Uh,
FOMO leads to you thinking and decision making and stuff. So this four pain points that you have solved actually indicate that the idea has value, right? Like we see value in it. And that is a brilliant way to, validate ideas. Like that is what I think there could be a framework around people taking their ideas to mini apps. But it is going to be simple to, build a mini app. But
Hmm.
which mini apps will get like users and like get actual problem statements that are solved are people who are sort of building in this space where they understand pain points very well. And I think you did it amazingly. You found that out. So let's go back to like, how did the fellowship, get you to build this idea? And you said in 2 weeks, right? Like, so then what we can do is once you tell us like how the idea came into life, we'll go through what all decisions you have taken to build the mini app and then break it down into how people can, make more things out of it.
Yeah, starting with fellowship only, like we were all building projects there, and the one which I was building, like we were building, was good, but like GTM was so hard. The concept, you remember, right?
Yeah,
So I didn't launch to that and got this FOMO. Okay, I should also be shipping something.
yeah,
So and we were just discussing. I was discussing with Pretsipai. So he got me like initial idea and all, and so we went on this. With as you have documented this thing, we and got to know this. Yeah, these are the problems and can't be solved easily. So went into that, and yeah, I keep on changing this schema. Like, what should I keep this on chain or off chain? I was moving
yeah,
it, the the edit the frequency change can be on chain, should be on chain or not, and that kind of small decisions took me a while. Okay, should I
yeah,
edit on chain or off chain, and how should be the schema? But yeah, if you have someone like, if you are if you have keep building it in public, like if you are giving it an updates and all, could have been a much easier. People can just comment it out. Okay, you should go for it and go for it, and rather
yeah,
not waste that time. That's a great learning I have. And yeah, the learning was with me as, okay, running spinning up this AWS. The learnings are so good, and
yeah. I think I love the fact that you also realize, right? Like I know you shipped it in 2 weeks, but then you realize that if you were even also tweeting every single day or maybe 2 days,
uh,
okay, I did this, I did that, you would have built the hype around. And I feel while
uh,
people take all of these ideas that are here and we are going to put it like in an airtable to give people, what people need to start doing is you pick an idea and then you keep tweeting, building in public, catch you value and then that is why you will lead up to there, right? I think I saw your video and it went completely viral. Like a lot of people supported because it is a great thing, right? Like we found this. So
that's
now,
so good.
yeah, once the mini app is live, right? Like we have covered, like this was the idea that you got. And we have broken it down on why the idea is successful and why it could be successful, right? I know it's launched now and there is a chance that people go crazy after this show, or maybe, your video goes crazy, something like that. And yeah, so now let's go on and step by step. I have gone through the app right now. What we can do is maybe you tell me like at each step and what decisions you took. Like maybe say, for example, the first page has all the tokens and stuff, right? So let's break it down into what things are like on the front end and what things are on like a smart contract calls or like how you have integrated. Maybe say, are people paying for gas and things like that? So let's go one by one. First, let me know like, so what was your idea on how did you get like all the token listings on the homepage, right? Like that is like a very main component out of it. So how did you do this, right?
Yeah, first of all, I want to tell, like, you are documenting it so well. Like, if I have like listed it out, things, the pain problems, how it could be the solution, and documented it
Yeah,
well, so it could be have done made much earlier. So yeah, going
yeah.
with token listing, yeah, it's all on in my Postgres database only, and to get all
Okay.
the database price feeds and images and all stuff, I have used CoinGecko
Okay.
and Coin no Gecko Terminal, which is the free version of it.
Gecko
And
terminal.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And now I have cached it in my database only. So all the price feed and all the well, market stats gets updated in every 5 minutes. So does not took up the free limit of it, and it
So
becomes
assuming,
much.
I think you are hitting like a cron job for Gecko
Yeah,
terminal, getting all the coins, listings and stuff, and
uh,
putting it in like a Postgres database, which you mentioned.
yeah,
And you are caching them basically so that your
yeah.
front end
Caching.
calls like a
The load
Postgres
gets much
database.
faster. Yeah.
Nice.
And I was hitting the limit of it, so it was giving me 30 calls per minute. So if
Yeah.
4 to 5 users open it at the same time, and if I have 10 tokens listed on my app, and it's gonna
Yeah.
blow up. So
Yeah.
I cached it up on my database.
So your
Yeah.
database Postgres is the one you said that is it available on AWS or that is the different you were talking
No,
about Lambda
I
functions.
sta- I started with AWS database only, but then I moved to Neon free version. I
Got
don't
it.
know why AWS was charging me for virtual cloud and stuff.
Yeah.
So that this is a very really good wrapper for Postgres database.
Yeah, makes sense. There
And
is also, I think, where you could have used Superbase as well.
yeah,
I think
Superbase.
that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So people
Those are
can
good.
go ahead with NeonDB, Superbase.
Superbase.
Assuming AWS was the paid solution here and Neon gave you for free.
Yeah, that's a good wrapper, so you can get started very easily. Don't
Okay.
have to go with all the complexities of AWS.
Yeah.
And I use AWS just to run this cron job. So I
Yeah, yeah,
use
makes sense.
AWS Lambda.
Okay. So cron job to run fetching of coins, right? Like basically
No, no, no.
that is
Yeah, updating the stats
coins.
and
Yeah.
executing all users transaction.
Yeah. AWS. Yeah. So I think this makes sense. I think architecture wise, I feel you went from CoinGecko to Gecko Terminal because it was free, right? Like you got it for
Yeah,
free.
have a free version which they
Okay.
have as CoinGecko Terminal, which has more
Acha.
rate limits. Yeah,
Got it. So,
both are
but I
same.
think rate limits can be solved for people, right? Like people building on coins and stuff can just solve it how you have done it, right? You found a way
Yeah,
to run this cron jobs, put it in like a cache and
yeah.
render it from there. So that's perfect because I know coins, like why we are going over this is because if people are building in like DeFi space, getting coins and trending coins is very important, right? Like it cannot be outdated even for like 5 minutes. So you need like a cron job that you have done so that people keep getting like trending coins, for example, and things like that. And it makes sense. So basically, this is perfect. Let's go. So this I'll divide it in ways where this was all about like coins and stuff, right? Like basically coins and like how coins are being displayed on the front end so people can see a list of trending coins. Now let's go over to like user transactions because that is a very big topic for people. And
Hmm.
how did you solve it? Like I saw like a beautiful front end where people can have $5, $10, and like all these dial buttons were there. So
All
let's
the
go
user
over the
experience, easy user
correct.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go over user transactions. So basically, let's go over how did you configure it? What is the SDKs you were doing using and stuff?
Okay, so starting with smart contract only. So
Yeah.
developed a smart contract where it user can have this trust. Okay, if I'm approving my USDC, so me or the application can't misuse it and can be just used to buy these tokens, not
Yeah.
somewhere else. So just as a mapping to have this token and a recipient, so it goes to
Yeah.
that intended recipient only. It can't be sent to anybody else.
Yeah.
So the plan is being created, and I have used Vonage APIs. to get the swap data. So
Okay, can you spell it out for uh,
1 inch,
1 inch? Okay,
1 inch
got it. 1 inch for
to get the swap data.
swap data. Nice. Got it. So these are also so smart contract on base mainnet for like plan and trust of the
Uh,
users,
yeah,
and 1 inch is for like swapping data and getting. So for swap data, you are basically going from USDC to X coin, right? Like that is the idea, basically. Yeah.
mm.
And so that is smart contract wise, base mainnet for like brand trust. You have your own contract, and you might have written tests and things to validate it and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And yeah, and hopefully, like, like if it scales, you will probably have to audit it as well so that people trust it and it's like hack proof and all. But at a smaller scale and like with small microtransactions, people can trust the smart contract
yeah,
and
totally.
it works for now. Yeah. But like, yeah, if you hit scale, you would want to audit the smart contract so that you are free of like hacks that are happening. But
Mm.
yes. And 1 inch you use for swap data USDC to X coin, maybe
Yeah,
any coin that you want. And so this is how the contract logic came into play and
yeah.
approvals and stuff were happening. And you have the AWS that will take like the transaction blob,
Call
right?
data, the
Yeah,
call data, and submit it to
yeah,
smart contract. So previously I use direct Uniswaps only, uh, which can swap directly from the pool, but few
yeah.
tokens were not having a pool at all, or
Okay.
maybe liquidity was not there in the same pool.
Yeah.
So 1 inch does all the job. Like if if there's a better deal at some another pool outside from Uniswap, so it can go and swap from that. So much.
Got it. So basically, because you are swapping and you thought you started with Uniswap, but you ran
Uh,
into problem of liquidity pool, right? Like that is
yeah,
a problem that you ran into. So liquidity in some
availability.
pools
Yeah.
were not available, right? Like that is what you got. So that is why you moved to 1 inch. And what was the advantage that you mentioned here? It goes and finds the pool to
Yeah,
get
best
liquidity
pool.
from.
Yeah,
So a
so
batch pool,
it takes the best pool to take the swap. So Uniswap, if
batch
we
pool.
go
Yeah,
with Uniswap, we have to use the same pool only or the set
got
of
it.
fee tier. But if you are using
Yeah,
1 inch APIs, it can go with Pancake or any other pool which has a great fee.
nice.
And,
So
and also
also I am
easy to manage.
assuming, yeah, that is there. And best pool in terms of, I would say, also prices, right? Like
Yeah, right.
prices, timing, and everything, which matters to like the end user experience, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so this is awesome. Also, this must be free as well, like no cost that you
No,
hit
no.
for any.
There is a limit, but I
Okay,
guess we can use it pretty good way. It is a good limit,
got
not
it.
like
So there
CoinGecko's
is rate
limited.
limiting, yeah,
Uh,
but not hit it right now, right? Like maybe at scale
yeah.
will upgrade. But that's really cool, right? Like I think all of these like production level stuff that you have used, like 1 inch for swapping, and you went from Uniswap because you realized that some liquidity may not be available, and
Mm.
sometimes the prices may be high or time taking is a lot. That's why you went to 1 inch, right? And I feel why breaking this down important to like users watching this is because they also realize, right? Like going from this idea to like an actual mini app, you actually iterated multiple times, right? Like you realized CoinGecko is the paid version, so you went to Gecko Terminal, found that out. And this is what we call like finding hacks to do stuff, right? Like you went and took a idea live because you realized, oh wait, rate limit of 30 calls is very low. If even if you get like 30 or 40 users who are constantly refreshing the app and they want to see coins, you'll probably hit this rate limit. That's why you implemented like a caching thing. So this is why let's go from like coins to like transactions. And you realized, okay, now I've solved multiple stuff, right? So iteration wise, this is pretty cool. Like going in doing this in like 2 weeks, right? Like I think you were the solo builder building this out,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that's awesome. So basically, this is also going to give users context on the knowledge base of this, right? Like you people will find out, oh, there is ways to swap from some coin to other coins directly using like 1 inch, and there is rate limiting, but it hits on scale. So you are good to be in like a mini app of sorts,
Hmm.
and this is awesome. So for AWS, I'm assuming you are paying for AWS only, right? Like I think that's the only sort
That
of
that is also as a free version only, so not really.
basically credits, right? Free
Yeah,
credits you
free
are being
credit.
using. Yeah, makes sense. I think mostly most people have some AWS credits. If you have been
Hmm.
building or like building in public, some other program will give you AWS credits, and you can use those to run off these cron jobs, right?
Yeah.
So that is awesome. I think
Railway is
now,
also there, which gives you $5 of free credits.
oh, is it?
Correct.
Railway is also an alter. I
It's
didn't know,
also a
like
good rapper.
railway. Yeah, railway is a wrapper, but does it do cron jobs? Basically, it does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
$5 credit, right? Like
yeah.
$5 to start with. This is awesome. So this is the place where we went from what you choose as like a best thing for your product. So you realized, oh, going from this to this is better because users will get the best benefits out of it. You have also, as like a developer, understood that you had free credit, so you are using it for cron jobs. That's awesome. There is a way for people to use Railways wrapper and run like any cron jobs, right? So we have covered going from how the coins are being displayed to the Uniswap and to going to like 1 inch to swap between USDC and stuff, and to like hitting the cron jobs, right? So tell me one thing where, say, for example, you have 30 users who have configured it to hit every minute. Is the AWS machine going to lag out, or have you experienced that yet? Or you have put enough RAM and you have configured it already to do that?
I guess not hit that yet, but
Yeah,
you can configure that out if
yeah,
uh, if it goes to scale. You just increase your capability of. I guess RAM is that.
yeah.
That's the option. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I
not
think you
explored yet.
can. I'm probably maybe hit it soon, maybe soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
And basically, the idea is you can configure it so you don't have to change a lot of settings for you. So
Mm.
we went from coins to now transactions to let's go over some of the user experience, right? So one thing which we saw in the app was that you mentioned having all the small buttons, right? And how did you come up with like the UI part of it? So this is all the functional things we have discussed, like an idea to like all the functionality mostly covered. Now let's go over some of the decisions you took for building the UI interface and all the UX of it, right? Like user experience and how you came up with it.
Okay. So this thing, so everyone should remember the clicks should be the minimal, like,
Yeah,
and it's obvious that people are gonna pick the number, the obvious one, like 5 or 10 or 15, like that.
yeah,
So you don't give them complexities to choose, and it will just drag the user to think and maybe not go take a plan. So if
yeah,
you just make them get selected from this only, and they're gonna
yeah.
good, they're gonna be good with that only.
Makes
Like
sense. Yeah,
study what people might be needing that. So just use that only and
yeah.
minimize their clicks.
Yeah, perfect. I think what even I observed, and that is also sort of what I got vibe about, is you have made it like the user doesn't have to think much. Like they come
Mm.
in, they select a coin, they select like a drop down of time based, and they click on the number of, approval, click
Yeah.
on like a button for easy $5, $10, because Your target audience is not somebody who's going to directly buy, like say, $1,000 of some coin. Your
Yeah,
target audience is someone who's going to put $5 every some minutes and every some hours, right?
yeah,
So this is your target audience. That is why it is amazing that you decided to make sure that the users choose very easily,
mm,
and basically the same idea, minimal clicks, right? That is what you went with,
yeah,
right? So this is perfect. Let's now break the how you created the UI. I think there are so many ways you can do, like vibe code stuff, lovable, V0 and stuff is there, right? Lovable is there for
yeah. I
vibe
use
coding.
Cursor only,
Yeah.
and
So cursor,
have
yeah,
had a great design influence from Pretzibai. So he was all
yeah,
around, yeah, giving all the instructions, and
amazing.
that was it.
So
Not any V0 direct getaway, but Cursor
yeah,
can. I use that.
yeah. This is for like small stuff. If you want, pick like a
Uh,
component from here. This you will mainly use for building like main things out.
yeah,
And you got help from fellowship mentors, being like a fellow at Fellowship 2.0. You
sure.
used design help and you used it, right? So this is like, I think front end in general is the easier part to solve now,
Yeah,
because you get this idea and you basically went from the idea to going over and building it using cursor. So mostly front end will should be done easily. And I'm assuming it's like a Next.js app, right? Like a
yeah. It is.
Next.js
Started off with
TypeScript.
the template only, which for custom mini app, those guys have
Yeah,
on their site. That one only.
yeah. Any chance that I'm not sure, but any way have you used Nina somewhere? Or
No.
it's just the plain, no
Yeah,
Nina, right?
no, not
Just the
yet.
plain one.
But
Yeah.
we'll be having some notifications, so that I have to use that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to, like a small teaser. Like I feel there are some features we can go with to add, and it would be really fun for people to get it, right? So let's put Nina here, giving like
Mm,
a sort of teaser to what we are going to do next. Because I want to now go from, we went, realized we shipped a version. But the best part about everything and a mini app is you iterate, you get feedback, you learn, right?
mm,
So let's do this. And you have mentioned it already. Features for DCA V1. That's the goal.
mm.
And I think let's go over notifications and notifications
Yeah,
and how this could be done. So do you have any idea in your mind? And
yeah. So cron is already running. I'm logging, just going logging out. Okay, this user has out of approvals now. So now
okay,
they have to get the notification. And this thing I would like to share, which is okay, before while building, I was thinking, okay, let's ship it with notification. Other plans I also have, okay, user don't even have to make a transaction while giving the approval of USDC. So you can use permit and all, and
yeah,
that could take me time. But like if I go with, okay, let me do it with this feature. Let me add this also. But you can just ship it out with the minimal version, minimal viable MVP one.
yeah,
So this thing first decide ke, what all features you would like to have it in V1 or V0
yeah, yeah.
and stick with it.
I think that's a really good way to build this mini apps, right? Because you realize, okay, notifications are something which users can have later. First,
Uh,
if I complete all of this, right? Because this is also a lot of building. You realize you optimize somewhere. You did a lot of heavy lifting, heavy lifting here. So what the idea is that that is a decision that you took, and it really matters, right? Because you also do a vibe check of how many users you get. And
mm,
that is called, like, that is, if you keep building on features, that is like over engineering. And
mm,
the idea is to ship a very small mini app version of like your MVP. And when you ship that, you get users, you see, and you get feedback. And best part is you get feedback from Farcaster, live, people use it. So that is a decision that people should take. And for you, I think it made sense to skip on notifications in the first iteration, and we can get it next now anytime you upgrade it, right?
Yeah.
So I saw that where you said you basically any single time, suppose if I was your user and I run out of 2 USDC approval, uh, you are getting the log saying that this user is out of approval, right?
Yeah.
So just take that time when the cron job hits that and send a notification on Farcaster using Nina, right? This is the idea for out of approvals, right? So
Yes.
that's in-app notifications for approval, out of approvals. What I also feel there is a very good way you could do is like, say, for example, a coin just launched.
Yeah. Good thing.
And this, how you would build it probably is like, say, for example, your coins table got another entry, right? Because you are sort of caching it, right? And once you get an entry, you can send a notification
Mm.
saying this coin launched. Do you want to
And could
invest
probably have partnership
$5?
with them.
Yeah. You could do that, obviously, like, yeah, but that's something what you could do. But see, what you can actually think here is like, why do people want to use your mini app, right? Is because people, you like going back to this
Same
automation,
point.
right? Yeah.
Mm.
And that is what you can do here. For example, say, for example, there is this coin that gets launched and you are sleeping at that time, like it's Indian time zone, you're sleeping, but the coin is being bought by a lot of active Farcaster users. So there is a entry point for you where you can entry at a minimal point and get some profit out of it and leave at that point, right? And what for you, because you already have the whole architecture ready, where your coins table is like having entries of all the coins. Every single time a coin is launched and people start buying it, you can send a notification to all your users saying that this coin just launched. What you can do is just invest $5, right? This is one
Yeah.
part of it where you just send them a notification. But if you want to build it out further, like a second feature is automate future investing for coins that will be launched, right? So what I mean by this, and I think you got it, but like
Yeah.
breaking down for the users, is
Uh,
that say a coin just came into picture into Farcaster, people start buying it. You basically are going to approve this particular smart contract, saying that every single time a new coin is launched, take $2 or $5 out of my wallet and just do an entry as soon as possible, right? Because every single time a meme coin is launched or anything, you want to enter very quickly and maybe whatever your risk appetite is, stick around. Maybe five becomes 10, maybe 15, or maybe it becomes $2, right? But the idea is you want to be early, right? So
yeah.
make the users do this, automate investing in future coins. And I feel what your product direction could be then is that you have automated investing in regular coins. People
Mm.
already are
Blue chip.
participating, and yeah, but then this something, if future coins are also automated, it makes so much sense because there is a chance that they could take their $5, make it 50, or even
Mm.
make it $2, but they were early. Like I think in Web3 people love to be early, right, at
Yeah.
any single stage. And if you solve for this, because I feel you have the architecture, you have all the pieces, if you could do this and send notifications first, right? Because so this is
Yeah.
also, if you think the same version, right? This is like a V0 where you decided a new coin launched. I send a notification and now I'm going to just see how many people actually buy it. So that is
Yeah.
the one version out of it. If people start buying and people start participating, you can then automate for them. So that is what you can call like saying be early at like any coin. Make it another
Yeah.
feature and make people pay for this, right? Pay
Right.
say $5 fee for participating. And like honestly, with this $5 here, you can make a fortune for yourself. And that $5 for anyone is not going to be at all a problem. Why? Because they are going to invest in these coins, and these are meme coins. So people who are going to buy that know that they have this throwaway USDC left. So just keep charging them $5 fee for like a month, right? And this is maybe your revenue stream. And now this becomes your revenue stream for yourself, for your app, and AWS bills and whatever bills you want to pay off with this.
Yeah.
So the idea was very simple. Whoever saw the notification, put them, and whoever acted, right? Put them in like a new table of people who are acting on my notifications. Then you realize, oh, there is a market for this. So you are validating a market, and then you can automate future saving for them and tell them to participate at $5 per month. $5 per month is small for the user,
Yeah.
but if you get like 70, maybe 90, 100 users, and then it expands, it
Doing
becomes
the
a lot
heavy
for you.
lifting at the research part.
Exactly, exactly. And you don't even need to research. You
Hmm.
just need to add a coin to your table every single time it launches. And you have to tell the user that I, as like a protocol, like DCA, is not going to, go over the coin and how it was, because you should not do that. Like if, say, for example, like coin launched now, right? Just launched now, you can't trust it immediately, firstly, but you can also see who bought it, right? And you can do a lot of analysis here, but it becomes a very big challenge for you to do because maybe the analysis is wrong, you missed out something. So you shouldn't do this. Tell them whoever wants to take a risk, let people take risk at that. Maybe start
Yeah.
it for free. And then as soon as people start finding value, which I think there is a chance to being early, right? Like if you are early for like say 10 meme coins, there is a chance that somebody can make, something out of it. So if you can get like $5 for your mini app, becomes a
Yeah.
revenue stream and
Sounds
it
good.
becomes like a bonus for you. So this is something I feel you can add. And if you add that, I'm going to take like $2 off so that I get money out of it. But
My
yeah,
previous target demographic was this one, like
yeah,
someone who wants to invest it regularly, not like someone. The target demographic was that the regular
correct.
investors, and they don't want
Yeah,
to uh, run over for meme coins. But there is a big opportunity with those meme coin hunters also. Those
yeah.
can also come in. But the
I
previous
mean,
demographic was this one, like the
yeah.
boring one, the blue chip token buyers.
Correct. I mean, see, for example, like just giving like general feedback. If I was someone who looks at Ethereum and I, of course, like a blue chip, want to be invested for long term, but I wouldn't want to say invest like every single minute into Ethereum because Ethereum has sort of made it, people are already in it. There is opportunity for you to do this where people do not know about this, like people are like maybe doing their work, not active on Farcaster, not checking it out, and you can give them this nudge saying that this just launched, you have to be early here, you can be early here and wait. If you don't want to do it yourself, let me do $5 of it for you, and I'll only take this percentage of it, right? This is what you can do. So, and it would be amazing if you add this, and I would use it. I would like probably approve some money for this because this is something which solves for, what? It solves for this. It solves for FOMO and solves for decision making
Yeah,
because I didn't have to take decision on buying something. you took it for me, and I didn't miss out because I got in her. So the
Hmm.
only thing that I'm doing is taking risk, which is okay because it's a small amount. And
Yeah,
this is something cool. And hopefully, if you add it and there is a revenue stream for you, so it solves everything. You went from pain points to breaking it down
I
to
started
doing
off
like
with
front end.
more like doing small SIPs on all the tokens.
Nice.
Okay, like previously, if you look, if 1 year ago price was so so less, and
Yeah.
now this year it's really pumping right now. So
Yeah.
if you have might have invested it regularly, let's say monthly or such, you could have a good average for your token buying.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
previous
of
thinking was
course.
that only.
No, no, I don't want to take
Got
away
it.
anything, but I'm just saying you can have both of these things going on for you
Yeah,
because there is an audience who does both, and there is an audience who does only this, who does only this, and capture all the audience, and then find your revenue stream. Because small SIPs, of course, you can charge them, and you can get something out of it here as well. So that is a good thinking. And what you have done sort of is also do this only, right? You are
yeah,
showing like all the reputed ones which you have and making people, start these small SIPs, which is perfect because that is a value. And we know that. If you want, just sort of think about this, see how it goes. Because there might be an audience who actively looks out for this. And there are a lot of people who want to be early everywhere, right? Like if I
yeah.
was here, I would want to
Even
be
I would
early
like
at
to do that.
yeah. So
But then
let's
I
see
have
how
to put it apart, like away from the dust, like user experience for those normal people who want to go with just the blue chip.
yeah,
They don't want all the meme coins to be on their same page. Then they
correct.
will feel complicated, like oh, this much of options and what should I do? So
Yeah,
those guys just want these things only. Keep it simple, keep it
yes.
boring that way.
Yeah, I
So
think
they
what you
will,
can simply do there is have two tabs, like how you have right
yeah,
now. One is
exactly.
like explore. Second is like put like a risky meme coins or whatever you want to call it.
Call it.
And then yeah, so that's it, right? You get two tabs, so people are not confused, not something you
Exactly.
can lose out on your audience. And because we went from notifications, and I loved the fact that you are also, having this because this will be very, very early for the users also because they may have like approved 10 USDC, but they run out of approval soon because they did daily or something. So this notification is like people will be just reminded that, oh, I'm stopping your SIPs. So this should be there and then you can add whatever you want from here. And basically, what our goal was through this stream and also like going over your idea was helping people understand why something is built as an idea. So we covered why you built it out. Then we covered some of the key decisions that you took
Mm.
while building it, right? You go from AWS, which was paid for DB, to like Neon DB. You went got like Gecko terminal because people viewing this and even something for me which is new is I didn't know like CoinGecko had a free version Gecko terminal. So I got something out of it, right? So this is what something I want to like do this for people where in Idea Town you
Yeah,
understand how idea is made from scratch, understand all the pain point, go over and find your revenue stream, which I thought this could be something. And this is something which you already thought about. So there are two ways you can make revenue and you can find it out and test it for yourself and see how that goes.
yeah. There
Yeah,
are
it's
plans.
really cool, man. And
Yeah,
when is the next V1 coming, bro? Like I think you don't stop at V0, what you have shipped right now.
not
Tell
true.
us the next date when V1 is coming with the other features.
I have to prioritize. I have different plans also with this
Yeah.
app only. So notification is one thing, and other thing is having a Solana support.
Okay.
having having all the RWS to do the SIP. So
Yeah.
they
So
have
maybe
to
have like a
think of
bridge.
it and prioritize the features first.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. There is always going to be decisions you took, but you have
Mm.
taken them well till now. You
Yeah.
prioritize not doing notifications, which is bonus. Anyway, are you tracking your users? Are you keeping them in like a users table? And do you know how many users you have right now, or is it something you have not started with?
Yeah, I have in my database only Postgres. It's
Yeah,
around 10 users
nice.
and
So
almost 100 transactions happened in the
nice. So
micro.
that is awesome numbers. I why I wanted to let you ask that is because you should track how many users you have, unique
Yeah.
users. So why is that? Is because if this idea goes viral, you can go to like a VC, you can go to accelerator, show them the table. That's it. That will speak
Yeah.
volumes for you. You don't need to go and prove that I have this, I have that. You can show 100 transactions, so many users, people buying this, gotten approved, and things like that, right?
Mm. 10 users were there which created the plan, but
Nice,
unique users were 49. I just checked that.
nice.
Which
That's
so
awesome, right?
40 of the user didn't created the plan. Why plan create karo? Stress.
So
I want
what
to
you
stress
can
them with.
do for them, what you can do for them is go on Farcaster and
Hmm.
DM them because you have their username. Tell
No,
them
no,
why.
those I don't have. I just keep a track
Okay,
of who all created the plan.
got it. I think what you should do is start tracking down your users'
Yeah.
Farcaster usernames because you can go ahead and send them like a feedback form saying, I know you opened the app.
Hmm.
I know you didn't create a plan. I want to know why. And just bug
Yeah.
them with these questions. I know out of those 40 people, say only 10 people will view our message and like 3 people will reply to you, maybe. And those 3 people will give you genuine feedbacks, which they will, help
Correct.
you cover it. And that is your audience. So please start tracking your users, like every single one who creates this mini
Who
apps.
opens? Uh,
Yeah, just track your users. Why? Because Farcaster Auth already gives you the username, right? You
yeah.
just need to put like a user table and just log the user who came into your app.
Correct.
That's it. And it should be unique. Store it, use it for yourself, keep it around for if you want like some VC funding or you want some
Yeah.
grants. And that's about it. Like, yeah, I think this was really awesome. Really, I think there is a future here. Build it out. There is revenue that can come into your Farcaster. There is a revenue that
Yeah.
can come out of it for you. So keep building it out. Reach out to all the 40 users if you can, or maybe start tracking the users now and
What I
then
had
reach out to
AI.
them. Yeah. And send the links on all the group chats. Send it to like all your friends on Telegram. Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's about it, right? Like
Yeah. So well documented, bro.
I know. I think this
That
was
is that.
awesome because this is a very good idea. I loved it. That's why I pinged you. I was like, I'm going to get builders who have some ideas so that I can do this because I like to do breakdown stuff. I like to do that. So if this can happen with other ideas, that is what we are going to do, where we are going to float a form and people are going to, record their ideas. And this is where what we are going to do is track your ideas like massive potential. This will go wild and this will become a good business.
Hmm.
All these threes are very good buckets to be in. And we
Yeah.
are going to put all of the ideas that come through forms, categorize them for people to build on. So that is the idea, that is the plan. And we'll do this more. Let us know
Yeah.
when you ship the next iteration. Maybe we'll have you
Sure.
around with the other number of users you have tracked and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. We get the 40 usernames.
Yes, that you have to go and go to their homes and
Fuck
get
them.
their
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Just go and bug them.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Awesome.
think that's awesome,
Love
man.
that.
Thank you for being on stream. You will have all the users come through the stream. If they don't,
Yeah.
go
Thank you
find
for
all the
having me.
users of this all the viewers of this stream and bug them and use their app, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Twitter allows that?
I don't know. I was just
I have to check that.
find it out. Do a hack.
Yeah,
You went
yeah, yeah.
from yeah. Okay, man. Thank you guys
Perfect.
for tuning
Okay.
in, and we'll see you next Monday with somebody else. All the ideas are here, and we'll do this live. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.